Welcome to another episode of the Bald Guys on the Bench podcast with your hosts Graham Cohen and Scott Wasco. What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Bald Guys on the Bench, a sports comedy podcast for the everyday fan by the everyday fan.
Like we always do, Graham, when rambling about sports together. Let's grab one and crack one, my buddy. Let's go.
Oh, let's go. Yeah. Oh, hello.
Oh. Are the mountains blue over there in Torrance?
Yeah, they're blue, and they're also dripping all over my leg right now. I had a little saucy over here.
That sounds like another episode that's R-rated, but anyhow.
We're a PG-13 show.
Yes, we are.
Although after last week, no, we're still PG-13.
Yeah.
So
I mean, do I have you motorboating? I mean,
yes.
Let's go.
Yo, folks, if you haven't seen it, what are you doing? You got to. Only reason I'm saying it that way is just because while making it, during and then the editing process, and then even after times thereafter, there's bits from that episode I still die laughing so much. Like the clips we posted on IG, just I can't. I'm so speechless. That's how funny it was. So hopefully we can keep the train rolling. And Scott, how was your weekend? What'd you do? What's good?
It was a fun weekend. Started off Thursday. We'll college weekends start on Thursday, so I'm just going to start my weekend on Thursday. I'm still living in the past, but got home from work and had a package, and the package was from the 702.
Okay.
And if you don't know what the 702 is out there, people, that's Vegas, home of the Stanley Cup champion Vegas Knights.
I was waiting
and that package was from none other than Mama Cohen.
Yeah.
And it was a awesome magazine, Vegas Weekly. I wish I had it right in front of me right now. I'm so mad at myself because I wanted to show it and I didn't think about it. But anyhow, awesome magazine that your mom went out of her way to send me. She thought I'd appreciate it. I was so pumped. Sent her a text, ripping on you. She didn't understand it, trying to get her phone number for 2 days. And, as always, we're exaggerating, trying to bust each other's balls.
I'm her sweet baby boy. Come on now. She
anyhow. But no, it was super awesome. The funny thing is, like, my son and I are looking through it. He's like, I want to look through it. And it has all the highlights basically of all the games. And we're like flipping through the magazine. And then we get to like the end of the magazine and boom, there we go. There's a big fat dispensary from Vegas, big old weed bud posted right there. He's like, what's that, Dad? I'm like, oh God, we'll have that conversation at another time. But anyhow, super cool of Mama Cohen sending me that out. I was pumped. Couple things real quick before I get into your weekend. Yesterday, Saturday, was my sister's 30th birthday. So quick shout out to Kelly, the big 3-0. I, talked to her. She's like, 30's the new 21. I'm like, cool. What's 45? The new 30? Whatever.
Hey, that's what I'm telling myself. Just turning the 4-0. Right. I'm like, oh yeah, it's the new 30s, bro.
Yeah, exactly. So happy birthday, Kelly. And then today would have been my grandmother's 91st birthday. So
oh wow.
I want to say, happy birthday, Mama. In heaven, you're the best, and I'm just gonna leave it at that before I get emotional. And
damn,
right,
bro, yeah, like right. We start talking about moms and grandmas, and we just this ship is just like,
hey, you know what? We're people,
facts,
and family's the number one thing for you,
amen,
for me,
amen,
and if it wasn't for the amazing family that you have, the amazing family that I've had, we wouldn't be the people we are right now. And
facts.
Enough said.
Facts.
So, you know what? On just before I ask you about your weekend, something that happened yesterday also put a smile on my face. and I cannot believe it. I mean, pigs must be flying, but none other than Grammar Police got an iPhone.
Oh, brah, 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 oh.
I don't know what to even say about it, but it is true. We FaceTimed with him last night, and it's something he's been against forever. I'm just gonna leave it at that. That's my weekend moment. I mean, Graham, how was your weekend, buddy?
Hey, what's the red circle on this? Should I hit that? No, bro. That's the end call. Don't press it. Ay,
Ever.
Dios mío. Dude, the way you kind of set that up, I thought you were going to talk about the next thing that we're going to be talking about here. And I was like, bro, whoa, we're getting a little early on it, but I'm glad that you did. Um, really just low key weekend just worked. The only thing that's kind of going on is the weather's finally nice. We've been hitting 75 degrees here, and it's the middle of July right now, finally. So that's nice. Just been doing stuff for the podcast, getting things situated for us, and also, we mentioned it last week, but folks, if you haven't started yet, now's a good time. It's time for fantasy football preparations. If you haven't done it yet, you might be left out in the cold. So start now.
With that being said, I mean, I'm gonna move around here in the notes.
Okay.
Somebody
Oh.
somebody signed somewhere today. How does that change up your fantasy preparation? Because I can tell you how it changes mine.
Wait for it. Zero?
Don't care. I can tell you how it could have changed my fantasy preparation.
Oh, wait, I do know because we were texting each other while I was at work. I was like, bro, did you hear? And he's like, yeah, I heard. And I was like, man, that's crazy. He's just like, it ain't the Chiefs, though. And I was like, you ain't wrong. I
I
was
mean,
like, you ain't wrong.
Friday night, or sorry, yeah, no, Saturday morning when I woke up, going through some posts on Bleacher Report, and they're talking about how Vegas changed the odds of where Hopkins was going to sign, and it went from the favorite of the Titans to the Chiefs became the favorite, and I'm like, come on, man, don't do this to me. I'm just a Charger fan. Don't do this to me. And then thank God he signed with the Titans.
I, yo.
I mean, you got to be relieved too because there was a lot of
Oh, no. I mean,
rumors about the Ravens or the Browns,
to be honest, I really didn't think he was going to go to either of those organizations. I already put my money with Vegas, so and I put it on the Chiefs. So your boy's out a couple of dollars on that. I thought that was going to be signed, sealed, and delivered. So that's good for Charger fans. No one wants to go up against.
yeah.
Don't want to. If I can talk, they don't want to go up against that every twice a year. So I'm excited about that. I'll say this: dramatic pause. How better do you feel about the Titans?
Can I ask you a question?
Exactly.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
Who's going to be throwing him the ball? Not, I don't care about week one because it's week one, but week two, when the Chargers are on the road against the Titans, who's going to be throwing him the ball week two?
In Tennessee?
Tannehill
Bro,
or
newsflash, isn't he getting paid like $45 million this season because they backloaded his contract?
yeah. So back to my question. We know it's not going to, I can tell you right now, it's not going to be homeboy from Liberty, Malik Willis,
Dude, there's people. I saw an article earlier today that said there's a good chance Malik Willis is going to get cut.
right?
And if that's the case, wow, like where's he gonna go? And to think the hoopla last year,
Right?
everyone saying Pittsburgh was gonna take Malik Willis, dude. One of my closest friends, diehard Steelers fan, he's like, bro, we need to take Willis. We need to take Willis. And I was like, bro, let's. I mean, hey, he kind of got me on the Malik Willis hype train a little bit. I was like, yo, that arm, yada yada, and we took Pickett, and I'm happy as a clam right now. So I'm
I mean,
shocked.
the Titans organization showed us enough, right? in that do or die game against the Jaguars weeks, whatever it was, win and you're in, and they didn't even start him. They started homeboy, that's the rocket scientist, from University of Tennessee. Couldn't
Yeah.
even tell you the dude's name. I mean, they told you enough.
You talking about Dobbs?
Yeah. What? Yeah,
Yeah, from the
yeah,
Steelers? Okay.
yeah. He was with the
I was
Steelers
like,
first, but he went to the University
yeah.
of Tennessee.
No, he did. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, this is also the same team that was the number 1 seed 2 years ago, by the way. So, I mean,
Right?
I
But
hey, we're not Wastradamus over here. Folks, do you remember who we took to win the division last year?
oh god, can we stop eating that crow about the Colts, bro? I mean,
Hey,
come on.
if I'm still eating crow for this hashtag burrito gate, this is
I mean,
I know, I know. Ugh. I mean,
but
obviously it helps them. I mean, look, losing uh wow, the guy that's on our fantasy team. What's his name? I'm drawing a blank right now. AJ,
AJ Brown. Yeah,
thank you.
they
I almost
traded
said
him.
AJ
They
Green.
traded him.
I know I didn't want to slap myself. That's why I paused. Um look, it lose one, gain one. What does Hop have left in the tank? Is he going to stay healthy? Is he a dynamic player? And here's the real question. If he balls out, what does that say about Kyler Murray?
That he's
Yeah,
short.
there's a
That he should have stayed and played baseball. I don't know.
Hey, he's young. He still can. You never know.
We'll get into that in a little while. But I mean, I was pumped.
Yeah.
Look
Yeah.
what Pat Mahomes has done without. I mean, obviously Tyreek Hill's a All Pro wide receiver. He left him, and Pat Mahomes has still continued to be excellent. He had Juju. They got homeboy from the Giants. What's his name? Kadarius. What's his last name? Tony.
Tony.
Something
Yeah.
like, yeah. So I mean, and let's face it. I mean, we all know Kelsey's the number one option there in Kansas City.
Yeah.
But to add that monster to that team, I was not going to be happy about it.
Oh, dude. Where do you sign? Where? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
I
Is this where
mean,
we engrave the trophy? I don't know.
so, I mean, even he didn't, I was shocked. I mean, I can't believe Buffalo didn't make a bigger play for him.
Maybe it did come down to the money.
Right. It
Maybe
could have.
that was such a big deal. And, you know, I guess just the hesitation is there are players that finally get to that point in their career where it's just like, hey, I already made those dollars. Maybe let's try to go for the chip. And I'm not saying he's not trying to
Right.
go for the chip, but he can't honestly sit down and look anyone in the face and say, "Oh yeah, 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 my best chance to win is in Tennessee." And I'm not knocking Tennessee. I'm just saying they haven't showed me anything. So,
It's, I sent you a text earlier from an Instagram thing, NFL memes, and somebody that I can probably, and you might agree, you might disagree, compare to the career of Hopkins is somebody else that started their career with Houston, and that's none other than who?
first off,
Somebody, somebody in that
first off,
same.
you can't that dude, I don't want to say he couldn't hold his jockstrap, but Andre Johnson is a
How many
bona
quarterbacks?
fide,
How
and
many
if he's
quarterbacks?
not in the Hall of
How many?
Fame, how many look, I get it.
How
He
many
went
quarterbacks that you could name threw the ball to Andre Johnson while he was with Houston? Because I can tell you
the
right now,
two that are
without.
coming to mind are Matt Schaub
Okay,
for a bunch of years, and then it was oh yeah, that's a good question. Who?
right?
Yeah, I know there's someone before him. Oh, Derek Carr.
Not Derek.
Or the other. Did I get these?
The other,
Here,
no, whatever. It doesn't matter.
it's.
It's just smack car, tomato,
I keep
tomato,
getting the
whatever, dude.
David Carr. Yeah, yeah,
David
yeah, yeah.
Carr.
Sorry,
There you go.
Derek
But
David. Whatever.
Hopkins, the beginning of his career, did the same thing. Put up massive numbers couldn't tell you anybody throwing him the football until Deshaun Watson
Yeah.
got there,
No,
right?
yeah, I mean, with
You
that
know?
argument, I completely agree with you.
But tomato, tomato, whatever.
I mean,
I don't
hold
even.
on. Oh, would you rather? Would you rather have Andre Johnson or DeAndre Hopkins?
I don't know. I'm
And let's just say in their
the
prime,
reason for my decision is going to be
non-football.
non stat related. It's going to be
Mhm.
because Andre Johnson laid the wood to Cortland Finnegan in that
Yeah,
game.
he did.
He said, "You gonna rip my chain off? All right, hold my
Yeah.
beer, mother beep. I'm gonna whip that ass like I was your father." And he did.
Got him.
Cortland Finnegan still has nightmares about those haymakers Andre Johnson was throwing at his ass. But
You know what? That's a perfect transition. Speaking of haymakers, Scott, so we've been doing this podcast for a little over a year now. Officially, but we've been practicing, so we've been taping practice episodes for, a
yeah, for a
year and a
while.
half, a little longer. Um, Within that year and a half, there was one topic that we decided. I can't say, let me rephrase that. We didn't decide. There was a topic that was available to us that we beat to death because it was very important.
Oh
Well,
God.
folks, we haven't talked about it in a while because
Oh dude, we're
we
doing
were
this
just so over
early.
it. Oh, am I doing this too early?
No, we're not. Get it going. Let's go. Bring it up. Let's go.
I I'm
It is what it
folks,
is.
it is what it is. Yeah. Uh Alvin Kamara, it's official. He got a slap on the wrist. He paid a lot of money to a lawyer and looks like what, maybe some community service. I did hear that he had to pay hospital bills and all this other stuff, but what I just want to know is hey NFL, nothing? Really?
I I'm speechless because of how adamant you and I were about this dude going to jail, about him getting suspended from the league, about all these things that were going to happen to him. And that brings up a great time halfway through the episode. It's time, folks. It's time for the kick rocks moment.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
Alvin Kamara, nobody knew who you were. You weren't even going to make the team in New Orleans until preseason game number 3 against my Chargers in the soccer stadium, where you domination stationed them. And then you hit the NFL world by storm and you become this all purpose back catching balls, yada, yada, yada. I think I even had you on fantasy team, and then blah, 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 blah. You make the Pro Bowl. Then you beat the shit out of some dude in Vegas in a casino. And it's all on video because we all know that in Vegas, there's security cameras everywhere. Okay. Graham and I, once again, go out on a limb, just like we did when we said the Colts were going to win the AFC South. And boy, were we ever wrong. And we said you were going to go to jail and this and that, and you were going to get suspended. And just see Ray Rice. Okay. Has Ray Rice ever played another down after he punched that chick in the elevator? Was she the elevator one, or was that Kareem
Yeah.
Hunt doing his?
No, Kareem Hunt was outside the elevator.
All right,
They
but
were
that was
waiting
when
at
he.
the elevator.
Yeah, that's when
Ray
he did his
Rice was in
dick.
the elevator.
Yeah, Kareem Hunt did his Dicker the Kicker impersonation and kicked that chick.
That's not
This
funny, but it
dude,
is.
this dude beats the shit out of some guy on camera, pays them all off. I'm just going to go out and say it's the power of money. We know that, right? The day
Can't say
before the
it's
Pro
not.
Bowl, Saturday night before the Pro Bowl in Vegas, the cops all knew it. They let him play in the Pro Bowl, don't even approach him, and then when he's done with the Pro Bowl game, that's when all the bullshit happens. All the charges are dropped. Are you kidding me right now? Are you kidding me? Like, this is why people don't like the NFL. Prime example. And another example is why people don't like the NFL is DirecTV. And I'm not talking about DirecTV for the NFL. I'm talking about DirecTV because they have an issue going on with NBC. And if I don't get to watch the Open on Saturday or Sunday, we're going to have issues, big issues. If I got to stream Peacock or whatever the hell it is so I can watch the British Open at Royal Liverpool next weekend when my wife and kids are out of town and I can literally lay on my couch naked if I want and watch the British Open, then I'm going to be a bitter Betty. Okay. So DirecTV, NBC, get your shit straight. I pay you my $200 every month to watch TV and you eliminate a channel. I'll just tell you this. If it was channel 13, ABC, and my wife couldn't watch her Wheel of Fortune every night at 7 o'clock, y'all be hearing a lot from Mama Wah. So I'm just going to go ahead and say, get this shit fixed or your boy is going to lose it. Okay. Whoever answers the phone when I call to complain, I'm just going to go ahead right now and apologize. It's not your fault, I know, but I got to get it off my chest. So get this shit wrapped up. Like, enough's enough. It's been like 3 or 4 weeks. I mean, I couldn't even watch the All-Star game the other night because guess what? Fox is an NBC affiliate. So you were like, oh, the American League finally won, or the National League finally won. And I'm like, oh, yeah, didn't get to watch it. Appreciate it. Ass hats. Let's go. Talk about a couple extra commas in your contract. Eat it. I pay you. Show me the goddamn channel. The end. Speaking of another moment that I cannot believe we haven't heard anything on in the news, unless you're an NHL hockey fan, is this asshat for the Phoenix Coyotes. I brought it up to you last night. You're like, I had no idea. Brought it up to Andy last night when I was talking to him on FaceTime, iPhone, Andy, and had no idea. Talked about it today at work. People were like, I have no idea what you're even talking about. Dude, this Russian hockey player that just signed an extension with the Phoenix Coyotes on July 1st was involved in a hit and run a couple days ago. I forget the date, not important. And he called his dad after the hit and run because his dad was going to come get him. And he's hammered. The cops pick him up and they're throwing him in the back of the car. Homeboy starts telling him, I'm going to chop you. I'm going to cut your head off. I'm going to cut your wife's head
What?
off. I'm going to cut your daughter's head off. He goes, calling them racial slurs. He says, as they're putting him in the car, you'll never see your family again. One phone call and you're all dead. Your whole family, your bloodline is dead. Your friends are going to all die. What? What?
Yo,
How is this not blown up all over the place, dude?
you
Could you
know,
imagine if that was an NFL player? Could you imagine? Ray Rice is on
no.
video punching some chick. Kareem Hunt is Dicker the Kicker kicking some chick. This dude is telling him he's calling the Russian folks and he's going to chop them up and kill their whole bloodline.
I mean,
Speechless.
hockey, they've been doing good. They've been getting more fans. With the Knights winning. In a market that's usually not, a fandom market. They're doing well, but apparently, what's his name? Beck. What's the commissioner's name? It's on the tip of my tongue. Bozeman or
Oh, dude.
Bateman.
Edit this out. I don't know. Doesn't even
You
matter.
don't even know either. Well, then I'm not
Bettman.
going to sack myself, so I don't
No,
feel bad. It's
it
Gary.
just,
No. Anyway, my point is there. It's not. It's not that there's not enough going on that's swept under the rug. I'm surprised I haven't heard anything about it. I mean, the words that you said is just absolutely ridiculous. If this was any other sport,
oh,
um, I'm done.
oh.
Like he's not playing again. I mean, that's for sure. Um, and what I was
The
gonna say
Coyotes,
earlier,
the Coyotes instantly cut him, obviously.
oh, bro,
And did you hear what his dad said in his dad's statement?
no, what'd he say?
Oh, dude. His dad goes, I've never seen him be this aggressive. It's probably because he was in the sun all day drinking beer and nicotine pouches.
Get the beep out of here. What? Bro.
Dude,
Yo,
Tyler,
let me tell you something.
TP and I were talking about it last night while you were at work, and TP hit the nail on the head. Yeah. Okay, drinking all day in the sun in Phoenix, I get it. It's only 187 degrees out there, but homeboy
Right.
just signed a contract extension on July 1st. He was partying like it was his like a rock star. Don't blame it on some nicotine pouches, bro.
I bet
I
you he
mean,
woke up that next day and was like, "So what happened last night?" Well,
and
what
the
had
cop goes,
happened was
exactly. That's what I was getting ready to say.
what had happened
Yeah, dude.
was
I mean,
you said some
your
unsavory things and
your
well, you know.
your bloodline, dude.
Yo, not
I'm
I'm
not
gonna
even
chop your
mentioning.
head off. I'm not gonna do
Yeah,
this. I'm gonna I'm
yeah,
gonna eradicate your bloodline. Oh,
and I'm not even going to
okay.
mention his name because it's not even worth mentioning.
I mean, can you pronounce that last name? Yeah, okay.
Nope.
Let's good.
That's
That's my
probably
point.
why I said I'm not going to pronounce
Yeah.
say his name.
Yeah, I'm looking at it. I'm like, oh,
Yeah,
what's this 17 letter word last name that starts with a
78,
G?
78 vowels. Thanks for playing.
Yeah. Um, yeah, what I was just gonna say is, Scott, you and I have been known to have a few beverages on the back patio and talking sports. Also had a few beverages out and about. How we've both had them in Scottsdale before. We've both been in, 120-degree heat. Can't say I've been so blackout drunk that I've decided to get in a car, do a hit and run, and then tell a police officer, "Yo, if you don't let me go, I'm gonna kill you, your family, and
One,
chop your heads off." Like,
you know what it must have been,
what
dude.
is
It
what?
must have been the nicotine pouches. I mean, that fucking was it. I mean, let's just say.
This is a public service announcement, kids. Stay away from those nicotine pouches. It'd be very bad for you.
And as I say that, I show you one.
Oh,
I
well,
mean,
it's a good thing I'm on this side of the country, so folks, I'm safe. We're good.
watch out, watch
We're
out.
good. Yeah.
Nostradamus has got a Zen. Simmer down now, everybody. Jeez Louise, dude. I mean, come on. But Graham, you know what week it is, right?
You mean now or what it was?
What week it is now?
Oh, well. I think there's an event. Pretty prestigious. This is over in Europe somewhere. I think it's called the Open.
And so
Would
you
that
know what
be
happens? Yeah, you're 100% right.
is that the
Good
British
job.
Open?
It's if you call it the British Open over there, you're going to get reprimanded. Just
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
the
raise your hand.
Open.
Raise your hand if you've been over there. Oh wait, I haven't. I know.
Me,
Yeah,
me,
I
me, me,
know.
me.
I know. I know.
But
Rub it in my
anyhow,
face. I get it.
so you know what happens the week before the Open? The
Yes, they
Scottish
got the
Open.
Scottish Open. What
And dude, what a good tournament from start to finish.
now? Could you watch that on DirecTV?
Yeah, I could.
Sorry.
Are you trying to get me going again?
Yes, actually. Do you not
Are you
know what I'm
trying?
here for? I'm here
Yeah.
to poke the bear, bro. Come on. Come on.
So Rory hangs on. You know, they bumped the tee times up early because winds were going to be like 40 to 50 miles an hour over there. So they bumped tee times up early Saturday and Sunday for the weekend rounds. No, I did not get to watch it live because it was on at like 4 o'clock my time. Uh, Rory ends up birdieing the last two holes today to win the event by one.
Wow.
And pretty amazing. You know, Rory, wherever he plays, he's one of the fan favorites, right?
I
And
guess.
most of the time,
I'm
unless
yeah,
he's
I'm joking.
unless he's jawing, about live and this and that. But whatever, we're not even getting into that. But the guy that came in second place was Robert McIntyre, who's a native of Scotland. Rory beat him by one. McIntyre shoots 64, dude, in the last round. And all of the fans at the Renaissance Club in North Berwick obviously were behind him, right?
Oh,
It's the
sure.
hometown kid.
For sure.
And shoots 64. I mean, it was so windy, dude. They said Rory hit his longest drive of the year by 30 yards. Hit it like 450 today.
Jesus.
Yeah. Homeboy, some dude, one of the Sim Woon Lee, I think his name was, hit a 220-yard pitching wedge. I mean,
What?
yeah. My boy Aiden, that used to work at my golf course, texted me and he goes, "Oh, dude, Sim Woon Lee finally hitting pitching wedges like me." And Billy responds to him and goes, "Yeah, but Aiden, he wasn't 90 yards out like you when he hit that 220 yards." Vin
I was gonna
Scully.
say, is he blatant it?
Yeah, Vin Scully. Oh, dude, the
Yo,
Astros, the
I was
Astros
just
just hit
gonna
a
say,
bomb.
I see you keep peeking your head, so that's and folks, if he's looking that way, that's where his TV is. I'm like, what's going on?
I'm watching the Astros and the Angels, and the Astros just hit a 3-run bomb. Of course, I got a little bit of money on the Astros money line.
I I was gonna say, why are you so excited
Yeah,
about this?
yeah, they just hit
I
a
mean, I know
3-run
you're.
bomb in the ninth.
I
So,
mean, I know you're excited. Your Metropolitans got to finally got a dub,
oh,
but
we didn't get that broom laid to us this weekend, but ask Beatty how his face feels after the fly ball went off his face at third base, but that's another story. Um, but one of the coolest things, and this just goes out to show you why golf is my favorite, why it's your favorite, because the integrity in it, right? Rory wins the event by birdie in 17 and 18. He seeks out Robert McIntyre and literally apologizes to the guy for winning. He's like, dude, I'm sorry. I know what a win on your home soil would have meant to you. How amazing is that, dude?
yeah, it would have been more amazing if he stepped to the side and said, "Come on, bro, I got you." Dude. Rory doesn't need the titles. What is the Scottish Open gonna do on his
It's his
resume? Come on.
and it's his first win in Scotland.
I mean,
Yeah.
I guess.
Hmm.
Hey, I'm happy he's playing well. It's a nice tune up
Yeah.
for what happens next week.
Yeah.
But my thing is this: if it's
Hey,
the sighting. Welcome to the bald guys on the bench. Look at us both. Look at it. Well, I
so
mean, yeah.
I've been waiting to break that out because, dude, I went and got my haircut the other day, and homeboy didn't understand what I said when I said use the number one, and he went guardless, and I'm like, bro, if I wanted to get a bic, I would have done that shit at home.
It's like, wait, I'm paying for this. I could have done it
Oh,
myself.
I mean, whatever, man. I mean, but amazing class by Rory.
Oh,
Can't
100%.
can't make it up at all. But another fun golf story before we get into the Open Championship and our favorites and long shots and all that good stuff is, did you see what Steph did today? Oh, there's another bomb by the Astros. Let's go. 9-7. Sorry, TP, that you're listening. You're a diehard Angels fan, but enjoy the last 3 days of Shohei Ohtani being an Angel.
Hey, I'm still winning that bet, bro.
He's going to the Yankees, bro.
He's not.
He's going to the Yankees.
Yeah. And
Two shots of tequila back to back during the podcast bet.
I thought we made a bet already. We
I
bet it,
forgot
but
what it
did we
was.
bet it? I just don't remember what it was.
I forgot what it was, and I'm not
Tequila.
going back in. Anyhow, the
All right.
American Century Celebrity Golf Championship was this week in Tahoe. And
Yes.
my family knows, our friends know that Tahoe is one of my most favorite golf destinations out there. I was lucky enough to go 4 or 5 years in a row, play all the courses, all the better courses are in Truckee, California, about 45 minutes away up the mountain. But I've been lucky enough to play Edgewood, numerous times. But dude, Steph, last hole, drains like 15, 20-foot eagle putt to win in Steph Curry fashion. I mean, I wasn't watching it live, but if I was, there would never have been a doubt that it was going in.
I,
Had a hole in one yesterday. Had a hole in one yesterday.
I mean, you weren't that confident during the match, but
That's because Kelsey was there, dude.
yo, what I want
Oh
to know is
no,
this.
I hold on. I was confident in the match because
I
it
know
was Steph and Clay. You tried to throw that back on me. It was
I
Patty
did.
Mahomes and Kelsey. So you know what?
Just
Whatever.
making sure you're paying attention. Um, my question is, the hole in one that he had, was he that jovial because it was his first ever,
I
or
don't.
just the
I
heat of
don't.
the moment?
I don't know.
Can you
I don't know
imagine
if
that
it
being
was
his
first
first
ever.
hole in one? Like, I mean, he acted as if it was. I mean, man, that's. I mean, good for him. I also saw a
Right?
stat that said he is the um he is the second person to win that's an active player,
Wow.
aka an active player in whatever sport. Because most of these people are sports guys
Yeah.
that play in the event. So he's the second winner that happens
Who
to be
was
an active
who was
player.
the first
I,
active player?
I'd love to ask you that question, but I can't back it up with an answer. So I'm sorry.
Okay. All right.
Sorry.
The
Um,
best thing about it is somebody that I think came in third was none other than Joe Pavelski that used to play for the San Jose Sharks, now plays for the Dallas Stars, was the
okay.
person involved in the no major against the Knights when Cody Eakin got called for a 5-minute major. So you know what, Joe Pavelski, I hope you're getting drummed at the blackjack table tonight in Tahoe. Enjoy
So
that. No,
you know what? Since we want to talk hockey, since you're going to bring up hockey for a quick second, I'm going to throw a little shade right now. Um, I can't remember your stance. Where did you how what's your stance on, cuz you're telling me that each player gets a day with the cup, right? So
yeah.
what was your stance again when Jack Eichel had the cup and he was took it out to the golf course and put his dog in it? What was your stance on that again?
Eichel was not the person that put the or was not at the golf course. He was at the golf course the day after they won in
Uh-huh.
Wyoming at the owner's golf course. But Eichel actually had the cup yesterday in the Northeast, and he put his little French bulldog in it. Dude, do what you want to do. It's
I
your
couldn't remember.
24 hours, bro.
I saw the text thread and I couldn't tell who was mad. I couldn't tell if it was you,
Yeah,
if it was
I
TP
wasn't
or
mad.
whoever it was. No, it was something or grammar police said something. It's like, oh, I can, blah, blah, blah," and I'm like, "Well,
No, all I said was, I wish I had Mullet Man's phone number right now to send him this picture. That's all I said. Now, dude, it's your time with the cup. Do with it what you want, you know?
oh, facts.
And funny thing is, after you asked me what I would do with it, for my 24 hours, and I said the first thing I do would play golf, and that sucker would be riding shotgun on my golf cart. The next day, Petrangelo got it. What did he do? Went and played golf with it.
Yeah.
Thanks for playing. Um,
So $64,000 question. I'm sure it's happened. When do you think the last time that cup made a guest appearance at the strip club?
I'm just gonna go ahead and say I guarantee
yeah, yeah, right.
at some point the night that Vegas won the cup,
Oh,
it it saw boobs.
oh, bro, it probably saw boobs in the club, let alone if they
Yeah,
went to the strip
hundred
club. Like,
percent, 100%,
oh,
hundred
he's covering
percent,
it back up.
100%. So American Century Championship in Tahoe, amazing memories there. Had fun on that golf course. Played a lot of golf there. Love the area.
It's a
Anybody
beautiful
that,
spot up there.
dude, anybody that listens to us, if you're a golfer and you need a getaway to go play golf, go to Tahoe. Get the car, go to Truckee, play Old Greenwood, play Gray's Crossing, play Schaefer's Mill. If you're lucky enough to get on, I forget what that one. Oh, the Angels just hit a bomb. Come on, man. In the bottom of the ninth. Uh Otani. Shocker, his 34th. It's 9-8 now. The Rally Monkeys are all out in Anaheim. Enjoy. That's probably your last home run as Angel, but anyhow, whatever. Uh, go to Tahoe because Tahoe, in my opinion, is more of a low key Vegas. If that makes
I can see
sense,
that. No, I get
you
it.
can wear flip flops, you can wear a t shirt, and not feel like every 5 minutes somebody's got their hand open. You know, in Vegas, every 5 minutes somebody wants a tip, right? And Tahoe, it's not like that. But anyhow, you mentioned it earlier. It's open week, baby. Let's go.
You know,
Royal Liverpool getting ready to host the greatest golfers in the world and John Daly. So, yes, John Daly's in the field because he's a past winner.
wow.
Yep.
Boom. I'm sorry.
Just
Was
had
that
to
a
throw
shots
that
fired?
just had to throw it out there.
Oh,
You
I'm
know,
sorry. If you were him, would you not go?
you'd be caddying. Are you kidding me? I mean, you'd be
Exactly.
on
That's
the
what I'm
bag.
saying.
Come
That's what
on,
I'm
guy.
saying. Come on. Come on now.
It's not even a question. I mean, why would you even ask something so stupid? You should just smack yourself for asking that. I mean, come on. If I won the Open, I'm playing until they tell me you can't, which I think is
Yeah.
age 65. I'll go shoot 85 until they tell me, hey, Scotty Wah, you're done, bro.
Facts.
But for those that don't know, it's at Royal Liverpool. This is their 13th time hosting the Open Championship. I mean, 13 times. Do you know who won the Open the last time it was there?
Yes, I do.
I know you do. Somebody that raised a trophy today.
Yes, it is. That means the 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 numbers are not on his side. uh Rory. And what was pretty sick about that is, do you know who came in second place at that time when that happened?
tied for second.
Ty. Okay. You know what?
Yeah, I know. I know. Tied for second. Our boy
Let's go.
Fowler and Sergio both finished
Yeah.
2 shots back. So some notable, they've had it 13. Well, this will be the 13th time, right? Some notable winners that have won there. I mean, who other better than the GOAT in 2006? Tiger,
Is he any
Walter
good?
Hagen. Yeah, he's all right.
Is he Walter Hagen? Is he any good?
Yeah, Walter
Can
Hagen
be.
won in 1924, and then Bobby Jones in 1930. Are those some names?
I know, right? Dude,
Sheesh.
you know, it's funny. You mentioned those last two names, and it's just my brain quickly, just for a half a second, split second, went to the Legend of Beggar Vance.
Dude, what a flick.
I know, right?
What
Will Smith
a,
in a golf movie, like you did in like Matt
what a
Damon.
what a
There
movie,
was some
dude.
heavy hitters. Charlize Theron was in it.
Oh, dude, talk about smoke show.
Um, what's the
And then she took her Australian accent and made it a southern accent, and she just became that much hotter.
yeah,
Like, are you kidding me right
um,
now?
oh, what's the guy's name? Not Jack. Is it Jack Lemon? Yeah, Jack Lemon is the guy, is the kid, but is the guy at the old guy at the end.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
Jack
think
Lemon.
you're
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
I think you're right.
Yeah,
Dude,
that
when people
classic dude.
ask you what your favorite golf movie is, that's one underrated as shit, right?
Oh, dude, golf. Yeah, it's Legend Beggar Vance, Tin Cup.
Well,
Uh
come on, you know the number one.
oh, are you gonna say Happy Gilmore?
No, dude, just the fact that you're thinking about this deserves a smack yourself moment.
You know what?
I mean, I got my dad a Christmas gift one year, and it was a trivia of this movie. Come on, guy. Tears in his eyes, I guess. At Augusta, 18th hole. Come on, guy. Caddyshack. What are you doing?
Oh,
Dude. Oh my
man.
gosh,
Hey,
dude.
you're old. I'm not. I'm sorry. That was more your era, and yeah, I
I
think
don't
I like
care.
Happy Gilmore. I like Happy Gilmore more than I like Caddyshack, to be honest.
Oh my god.
Here, here. Wait, I got you, bro. I got you. Hold on.
Hold on before you do this. Hold on before you do it. Hey T-Bone,
Alright,
this smack is for you. Do it again.
yeah.
Give T-Bone a smack.
Can I?
Just give T-Bone a
You
smack.
know
Just
what?
give him a
Hey,
smack.
T-Bone, I got you a 2 times special.
Thank you. Oh my gosh. I mean, the greatest line of all golf movies ever. You do drugs, Danny? Every day. Good, good, good.
I'm not saying it's not good. I'm just saying, like,
Oh my gosh,
to
dude.
each their own. You know what? Anyway, it is what it is.
It is.
I'm so, the level of disrespect. Apparently, I'm so sorry.
Oh. You know what my favorite golf movie, but number 2 is?
The greatest game ever played.
No, that's a good one though. Caddyshack's number 1. Uh, Dead Solid Perfect. It's a oldie.
Um,
I don't even know if you were born when that movie came out.
I've definitely heard of it. I know I've
I
seen it,
think
but I mean, that's way back in the
that's
Rolodex.
uh
And
Randy
folks, if you
Quaid.
don't know what a
Oh,
Rolodex
the
is,
Stros just made a amazing catch to win the game and win me money. Let's go with runners on first and second. I think Randy Quaid was the star in that movie. It was a
hey,
good
let me
movie.
ask you a question. What are you gonna do with the $12 that you won?
Bet it on Ricky.
Yo, speaking of, I saw something. I was going through Bleacher Report earlier, not to go on a tangent side note here, but after Mookie Betts did the home run derby, he was on this little podcast with your boy Francisco Lindor, and he's like, you know what? I
Yeah.
think I'm gonna do that next year. I kind of like that. And I was like, did you see what happened to Mookie? Like,
You know what's more important than what happened to Mookie? Did you see the cleats he was wearing during the home run derby?
no,
Oh, dude. Fire.
gangsta. All right, I'll have to look him up.
Oh, dude. Some Jordans.
No, I was
Mm. Like, yeah, he made a fool out of himself during the home run hitting contest, but he won it for best cleats worn. I mean, come on, guy.
Welcome to the home run derby. Oh, sorry. Welcome to the home run derby / swag contest. Come on
Mhm.
down.
Yeah. All right.
Uh,
So this is a segment we do before every major championship, and we always do our favorite and long shot, right?
we
And
do.
so you normally lead it off, but I'm going to lead it off tonight
And the reason why you're leading it off is what? Tell them why.
because I'm going to be a homer and I'm going with history. Even though he shot, 4 over today, but the guy's been on cloud 9 for the last month and a half, and that is none other than Ricky Fowler. I got Ricky as my favorite.
Hey, yeah, I got nothing to say. And the only reason I'm saying it is because you stole my thunder. I wanted to take him too. So, you know what? I've taken him the last couple events, big events, and I won with him. And I came real close at
Yeah,
for the
LA.
US Open. So if he can get it with you, it's all good. I'm happy for him.
Also,
For
some news
Oh,
about
go ahead.
Ricky real quick. Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, go ahead.
The driving range that he grew
Oh
up
yeah.
practicing at since he was a little pup, uh, Ricky bought it
I
to keep
heard.
it there,
What
and
were
he
they in
hired.
danger of it not?
Yeah, well, I mean, the real estate would have been pretty prime in Southern California. And
Dude.
when Ricky was a kid, his dad literally, was in the trucking industry and would bring him sand and rocks and stuff to punch the greens and,
Yeah.
put sand out on the fairways or the tee. And his dad, that's how he got free golf balls. And Ricky's longtime coach, Barry McDonald, took Ricky under his limb, gave him lessons underneath the old tree on the left side of the range.
Yeah.
And Barry told everybody after his second lesson, "This is the kid." And that was
That's
Ricky's
crazy.
longtime that's Ricky's longtime coach.
That's crazy.
And crazy story, not a lot of people know, I know you know it, is before Barry died, he told Ricky, "The next coach I want you to go to is Butch Harmon. He's the person I approve of you going to." And, that's what Ricky did. But amazing that Ricky is keeping it with his roots and bought it. He hired Kemper Sports to run it. He's keeping all the same staff there. Those guys. I mean, I don't know if you've ever been in there, but if you walk into that
No,
place,
yeah, I've been out there a few times for sure.
it's like a shrine to Ricky. From high school stuff to
Yeah.
when he qualified for the U.S. Open at Torrey. Was an amateur, and just amazing. Just shows you once again what kind of person he is, and pretty amazing. But anyhow, who's your favorite?
You know, it's another one of those. I mean, how many times do we got to keep saying, well, let's beat a dead horse? Yeah. Didn't you say earlier to me when we were on the phone, homeboy finished in third place tonight? Like, folks, how are we betting against Scheffler? How? I don't. I mean, there was a small part of me that's like, you know what? You know, Rom might be due. Hasn't really done anything in a little bit. He's been playing good. Like, I'm not saying he hasn't, but he just hasn't taken it up that extra notch to get the dub. So with everything, I don't. It's not that I don't want to take Rory. It's just
Yeah, I get
even
it.
though Rory is playing very consistently and he's been right there, how hard? Well, my argument was how hard is it to win 2 weeks in a row? And then as I'm saying that in my mind, I said, well, what happened last year when Scheffler won 4 events in 6 weeks or 7 weeks, whatever it was? So, I mean, I, yeah. So,
Yeah.
I mean, that's my reasoning. So I'm gonna go with Scheffler. There was a small part of me that may be wrong, but I'll go with Scheffler. So, I
I
mean,
mean, when you and I were talking about it earlier, and we were talking about Rom, he didn't play this week, and to be honest, he hasn't played that great since the Masters. Not taking anything away from him, but
right.
if I win
I
the
mean,
green
he
jacket, I'm
he
going to
did
go on
okay
a
at the Open. He did okay at the U.S.
yeah.
Open.
But if I win the green jacket, I'm going to go on a 3-month bender too. I mean, it's all right. It's okay. I get it.
Dude, I win the
I,
green jacket. I'm retiring, so you're
no, you're
talking.
not, because you're playing Augusta for the rest of
Yeah,
your life until you're
facts. All
retiring.
right. Yeah.
And you've got dinner plans every Tuesday night of
Facts.
Masters week for the
Facts.
rest of your life. So you ain't retiring, bro. But long shot. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say that our boy Billy talked me into this just by the way this person's been playing for the last, I'm just going to say, I guess, a month. And that's Brian Harmon. Played his ass off at LA Country Club and played his butt off this week. The British Open's not about length. It's about lucky bounces. I've been over there.
That
You
is
can hit one, straight down the middle, dude, and get some weird kind of bounce on all that weird turf they got over there that's firm fast and it kicks into a bunker.
that's that's on.
So just to recap, I got Ricky at 20-1. You took Scheffler at 8-1. My long shot is Brian Harmon, sorry, at 80-1. Who do you got as your long shot, Graham?
Yo, I, you know, one thing that I love about you is we think very similarly. So when
Can
we
you
were
say that word
talking
one more time?
similar,
And on that note, another shout out to my grandmother that would have turned 91 today. She could not say Massachusetts. That's why I just said that, because my dad, T-Bone's not only going to laugh at you smacking yourself for him, but he's gonna laugh at that. Massachusetts. So can you say that word one more time? Before that,
Can't
or
stop
not, or not.
laughing. Similar. Wow. Maybe I can't say.
Dude, I almost spit my beer out.
Maybe I can't say it. Similar. Wow.
Well, what had happened was,
Well, similar. Wow.
all right, let's just say we think alike.
Yes.
Let's just forget that
Scott and
word
I
altogether.
similarly. Wow. I can't say the wow. This is
Dude,
embarrassing.
dude, if you keep on mispronouncing this word, you're gonna ruin my end of this podcast. So
All
can you
right.
just
Yeah.
get to it?
So
Like,
Scott and
and
I
this
agreed.
out, if you edit this
No,
out, I'm
absolutely
gonna be
not.
bitter.
Absolutely not. We were in the same mind frame. When I was picking, I wanted to pick, our boy Fowler, and he's like, no, 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 it's my turn, and I said, okay, fine. So this time I was like, you know what, who I'm feeling, and he's been playing solid this whole year, and it's been in contention. He's had a couple top tens, in majors, bro. I like Sam Burns. Dude's been on fire. So I don't know. I don't know how much experience he has playing over the pond, but I like his game, and I'd like to see what he can do. So
And he's at 45 to 1.
yeah,
Not mad at it
no, not at
at
all.
all.
So
Not at
I
all. What I am mad at is you can't say that word.
similar.
Dude,
Will you stop with me?
dude. Anyhow, on a
I can't
non
even say it. I can't even say it right now.
just something that's not in the notes. Did you see who won Wimbledon today?
I did.
You jinxed him last night.
I did. I also didn't realize Novak Djokovic was playing the number one seed, so I didn't know the kid. I didn't know it was a 1 versus 2 seed, and it was a close match. Like it went to 5 sets. I mean, it was close, but it's one of the things like I was telling you
Yeah.
last night. I'm not huge into tennis. I couldn't tell you hardly much about it. I know the game. I know some of the players,
Yeah.
but I know generationally from growing up, I know who is who. Obviously, I remember Sampras. I remember Andre Agassi. I remember
Dude, I had those fire Andre Agassi Nike shoes back in like
right,
8th grade.
right.
Dude, when he was on the top of the skyscraper playing Sampras and they announced those shoes, oh, your boy went and got them. They were like orange and like had flames on. Those were sick.
Just while that was going on, Andy Roddick for the US, and then there was
Hmm.
this guy, you may have heard of him, Federer,
Yeah, it's
he
pretty
came
awesome.
around and then he just was like, "Oh, you guys are pretty good, huh? Hold my beer." And
Yeah,
then
I'm
just
gonna
decided
win.
to
I'm gonna win more than
yeah,
everybody.
just decided to lay the wood for X amount of years. But then as of recently, it's one of those things where it's like, are we paying attention here? What
No, we're
happened?
not. We're not.
That's my point. Everyone, I thought, oh, dude, no one's touching Federer. He's gonna be the greatest of all time. And then Djokovic is just like, oh, I'm just gonna play my game. I'm not super flashy. I can, swing, or my first serve speed is decent. It's not the fastest, but I keep hanging around. And it was the big three. It was him. It was Federer, and then it was the Spanish guy that won all the clay
Nadal.
tournaments.
Nadal.
Nadal. Thank you. It was those three back and forth, back and
Oh my
forth.
god!
And
I just got a tennis stat right. Let's
I,
go. Let's
we
go,
we
baby.
we might have to do a shot after this after this is over just for
dude,
that. I was like,
dude,
what?
I can't believe I just got that. Oh my god. I impressed myself on that one.
So it's just like when that rivalry was all going on, I was like, wow, it's neck and neck, but one player was better on one surface
Yeah.
than the other. But I thought Federer, but dude, since Federer has now retired, Djokovic,
Yeah.
he just keeps winning. And now he has the most majors out of everyone. And I heard earlier today that if he would have won today, not only would he already have added to his total majors, championships, what do you want to call it, he would have beat Federer for most Wimbledon titles as well. And
Right.
then that right there, and folks,
So
that's
so as Graham forgot how to pronounce a word, I was gonna call out at the end of this podcast saying this was gonna be the first episode we've ever recorded that I didn't have to take a pee break. But because Graham could not pronounce that word,
no,
I now
no.
have to go pee.
We have 2 seconds left. You are not
No, I
taking a
don't,
pee
because
right now.
I have a story I gotta tell.
Oh my lord. You know what?
So as we were just talking and Graham couldn't pronounce a word, I had to go to the bathroom. I was literally at the end of this episode going to say this is the first episode we've ever had that I didn't have to go pee, but Graham couldn't pronounce a word. It's all good. It's not. It's kind of funny.
First off, whoa, hold on a second. Me mispronouncing the word was only making you almost
Laugh.
pee your pants over here, which
Hmm.
so you could have made it.
So I'm just going to go back real quick as we end this podcast. 2004, I went to Scotland, got to play golf, St Andrews, Carnoustie, all these golf courses. At the end of the trip, I met my wife, my grandmother, whose birthday is today, and mom, sister, aunt in London, my dad and I. And as we were in London, Wimbledon was going on. And my wife, who played tennis in high school and swam, and me being a sports nerd that Graham and I are, I was like, I got to go to Wimbledon. This is my once in a lifetime opportunity to go to Wimbledon. I went downstairs, talked to the concierge, and I'm like, how do I get to Wimbledon? And he goes, go get on this train. It's $10, basically 10 pounds, which was $20 to go to Wimbledon. Kristen and I went on a little excursion by ourselves, got on the train, went to Wimbledon. And we were there on Saturday of the women's finals. We literally got into Wimbledon. It was like 20 pounds each, so like $40. And we got in and literally got in for the last two games of the women's championship. The tall, hot blonde
Sharapova.
Sharapova, when she won her first Wimbledon. Graham with a tennis trivia question.
Eh,
Go G
suck
Money.
it.
It's your birthday. Uh,
Hey.
Kristen and I literally got in for the last two games to watch her win her first Wimbledon. We were not saying we had good seats. We were way up
Oh yeah,
top, but
bro.
who
Bro.
cares, right? But
Hey,
then after,
bucket list.
yeah, after she won, that's why we went, right? You know, it's one
Oh,
of
for
those
sure.
things. I'm never going to be able to do it again. And after she won, we went down the mixed doubles championship because they got a million different courts there. We went down and we literally got on the first row of the mixed doubles championships. And I'm like looking at the court and I'm like, oh my God, these are like greens I play on. It was amazing. Don't ask me who won the mixed doubles. Don't care. Not important, relevant to what I'm talking about. But I was just like, this is crazy. It
You're
was amazing.
unbelievable.
You know, Wimbledon in London is like Augusta to
Oh,
us, you
bro.
know, and
Bro.
to be able to go was super cool as a sports nerd, even though tennis isn't my favorite thing to watch, but just being able to go there. And I'm really disappointed I cannot think of the famous drink they serve at Wimbledon because Kristen and I each had one. And I don't remember what it was. But anyhow, not important to the story. The importance of the story is when you're a sports nerd like Graham and I, it doesn't matter. And
Yes.
that's how, Graham and I became friends. Is how Graham and I became boys. Sports are, besides our family and our friends, our life. That's how Graham and I became friends. That's how Graham and I started this podcast. This is how the
Yeah.
dream of this podcast started years and years and years and many, many, many beers ago.
Many course nights ago. And let's be real. A lot of the friendship is I'm here as a shoulder to cry on. I'm here for comforting. Um, I know it's been tough being a Charger fan for so many years and all the disappointment. I'm here for support. Hey, if I can't take shots, we ain't boys. So,
You know what?
love you too, bro.
You know what? I'm just gonna do it for one last time of this episode. You see what that says? Do you see
Yes,
what that says?
yes,
Do you see what it says?
yes.
Do you see the year? 2023 Stanley Cup champions.
I mean, I can get my terrible. Wait, that's.
You know, yeah, whatever, dude.
I
Now
can,
you're being like a Yankees fan and a Raiders fan, bringing up the past. We're talking about this year. I'm sorry the Steelers have won 38 championships. Okay,
uh,
it's fine. Whatever, whatever. It is what it is.
hey,
I got pep in my step because of that right there, bro.
yeah,
That
and
right there.
I can't wait to see Pittsburgh come to SoFi for round one of the playoffs. Ooh boy, that game's gonna be litty.
Anyhow, folks, please enjoy the Open Championship. If you have DirecTV, please
Good luck.
call and yell at the person that answers the phone. If that doesn't work, Peacock's got a free 4-day trial, whatever. That's what I'm getting ready to sign up for. With all that being said, Graham, love you, buddy. Mama Cohen, thanks again for sending that magazine. Kelly, happy 30th birthday yesterday. Mama, happy 91. I love y'all. I love this podcast. I love what we do. It is what it is. If you listen, great. If you follow us, great. If you don't, go
Kick
motorboat.
rocks.
Go motorboat somebody. The end. Peace out, Cub Scout.
Hey, not much to say except, as the best homie always says, bye bye.
Good night, friends.